Discussions on artificial intelligence, particularly generative artificial intelligence, are everywhere. It is changing workplaces and education faster than anyone can truly keep up with. AI has a lot of potential for productivity and social good, but it also has significant problems with bias. Generative AI systems are notorious for perpetuating stereotypes, such as doctors and lawyers being overwhelmingly men, and darker-skinned men committing crimes. Grok has come under fire for its anti-Semitic and pro-Hitler rants. Recognizing this bias when using AI and mitigating its effects are important aspects of AI literacy. Sources of bias. Artificial intelligence works by amassing enormous amounts of information, also known as training data. It then uses mathematical algorithms to perform whatever task the specific AI tool was created to do, such as generating text or images or making decisions and predictions based on past data. There are many opportunities in the development of AI tools for the introduction of bias. In this section, we'll briefly examine each possible source of bias. Data. The most obvious source of bias is the data that any given AI model is trained with. You may have heard the phrase garbage in, garbage out. The CalGang database used police data in an attempt to build an AI system that predicts gang violence so that police can then prevent it. The fact that it labeled 42 infants as gang members demonstrates how problematic this dataset was. However, bad data is not the only explanation for biases in training data. We tend to think of data as neutral, but it is not. Data is socially constructed. Data is always going to be biased because someone decided to count one thing and not another, and that person was a product of our imperfect society. And even when explicit biases are removed from automated decision-making systems, such as race, they're often inadvertently, in the best circumstances, replaced by proxies such as zip code. To put it simply, no data is without bias, and therefore AI models tend to reinforce our society's biases and inequalities. AI developers and trainers. Software developers are also human and therefore are another source of AI's bias. In addition to the implicit biases that they have absorbed from our society, nearly all have a significant bias towards technology. Due to their interest in training, they tend to believe in the myth of algorithms neutrality and that technological solutions are superior to non-technological ones, something Broussard calls techno-chauvinism. This means they may be more likely to develop AI solutions that oversimplify complex social problems and cause harm to the already marginalized. Additionally, AI trainers can be another source of bias. To train AI systems, companies often hire low-paid trainers to do tasks that help the AI model recognize patterns and evaluate the model's output in order to improve the model. Some trainers hired to label images, for example, choose labels that demonstrate explicit bias. Other labels are the product of implicit bias, such as labeling skin tones only when they are not white. While some AI trainers are hired to sift through the large amounts of data, looking to correct the inclusion of harmful materials such as hate speech and stereotypes, it is hard to recognize or catch all the bias in such complex datasets and algorithms by developers and trainers. AI owners. Additionally, AI systems that promise increased productivity through automation are worth a lot of money and can centralize various types of social, legal, and economic power. This influences how the owners of AI systems demand the systems be built and marketed. While these tools are genuinely useful, a literate AI user will remain conscientious and critical of the power AI companies hold and how they utilize AI users' information. Examples. Now that we have looked at some of the sources of bias in AI systems, let's shift our attention to 4 representative examples of the real-world harms of AI bias. Google Photos labeled a picture of 2 African Americans as gorillas. When the problem couldn't be fixed through better training, Google simply removed pictures of gorillas from its training data. When in-person international baccalaureate exams were canceled in 2020, the program's administrators used AI systems to predict what results individual students would have received if they had taken the test. This unfairly assigned high-achieving, low-income students to the failing category, costing them each tens of thousands of dollars worth of college credits to which they were entitled. AI researcher Buolamwini found that an AI facial recognition system couldn't even detect her face due to her dark skin until she donned a white plastic Halloween mask. Further research exposed how unreliable facial recognition systems are for women and people of color. This is a problem as these systems are being widely deployed with grave consequences to those they cannot correctly identify. Amazon attempted to automate the hiring of software developers but found it was discriminating against women because it had been trained on the resumes of men. While Amazon attempted to fix these issues, the project was eventually abandoned. Conclusion. As this video demonstrates, AI bias is a multifaceted and pervasive issue stemming from biased training data, the implicit and explicit biases of developers and trainers, and the commercial interests of AI owners. The real-world examples cited in this video underscore the tangible harm that AI bias can inflict. While some of this bias may improve in future models, many AI researchers say that bias is baked into the system. Recognizing and actively mitigating these biases is not merely a technical challenge, but a societal imperative, crucial for ensuring that AI's transformative potential is realized equitably and ethically for all.